dare you bring your filthy lies here? Can't you let him rest?
Please, Mrs. Tate, we're all distressed.
There's nothing left for you here.
Frank, not here. Not now.
She should be in there instead of him.
We're supposed to be here because my brother's dead.
See you in the morning.
Why do you have to wait till then?
Well, I've got marking to do.
What, all night?
We should be careful.
I've been waiting for you. Why? Just wanted to see you. Haven't you forgotten something? You're marking? What's up with you then? I missed you. Saw you this morning. Yeah, but Dad went to the funeral and Mum went. So? Don't you miss her? I've got better things to do.
Oh, there you go, Dad.
Aye. It's not right, Mandy, going to that funeral.
Oh, I know.
She'll be here making us tea.
Still, once Glover's planted her, she'll be able to get back to living again, won't she? She might realise who's been there for her.
You've got no chance there.
Neither of you.
Good. Got my sights set higher. Some little chicken uniform.
Don't be so damn kinky.
Who? Not that Sophie.
I think I met her in another life.
Was she a slug and all, then?
Do you want a butty, Uncle Zach?
I've no appetite, son. No appetite for life since Lisa spurred me.
I'll have it.
I'll never forgive your father if he's queered it for good with me and Lisa.
Ah, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Not in the waters, our fish. Not as can play the fiddle and weld.
All you catch is old boots, ain't it, Uncle Zach?
That butty tastes like poison.
It would. That treacle's furry. Oi, come on!
Hey! My God, is this my future? Incarcerated with two sex-mad morons who throw the grub at one another. Pack it in.
All over now, love.
Well, Alice, you and Betty have been busy, haven't you?
I've been doing serviettes.
Come on, let's get the food served.
Good girl. I saw Kim Tate arrive just as I was leaving the church.
Why the hell did she have to show her face?
Hey, not now, Sean.
It was terrible, Betty. They almost ended up fighting over the coffin.
Oh, that poor lass.
It was worse than that. Kim said that Dave was going to go away with her that night.
Oh, that's just Kim Tate making mischief.
I got the feeling it was true. Come on, Caroline. Just because you had reservations about Dave. Well, maybe with good reason. Frank and Biff seem to know something.
You've excelled yourself, even by your standards. I must admit, I used to admire you. I loathed you, naturally. But I have to own to a sneaking admiration. You were a player, a smooth operator. But now? Well, you've lost it. You've really lost everything.
I've lost the man I love, yes. And James has lost his father.
She's not still at it.
Oh, she certainly is. She's clinging on by her fingernails.
What are you left with, Frank?
My son.
The only son you have is that specimen.
So you apologise unreservedly?
I don't see the point of painting toenails. Not if you're wearing trainers all the time, there isn't. You think I'm a stupid little kid? No, that's why he runs around Tom's house. I'm not always with him. Just sometimes I like to talk to someone who's more mature. Well, I think grown-ups suck. Now you are talking like a silly little kid. Well, look at Mum and Dad. If me and you had a moody, they'd tell us to snap out of it. Yeah, well, they aren't going to. She is going to come back, isn't she? What will we do if she doesn't? You'll have to decide which one you want to be with.
Just give me the word. If you want Kim Tate sorting out.
There's nothing either you or me can do that will change her.
I won't bet on it. Just give me 5 minutes, that woman. She won't want to show her face round here again. See, that's what she's been missing, a right good pasting. And that's what you should have done, Kathy, when she started sniffing round David. Should have given her a right good larraping.
It's hardly my style.
Yeah, it's mine, though. I can go and sort her out now.
No, Mandy.
How are you?
I'll be glad when today's over.
Things can only get better. You're lucky to have your mother and so many friends.
Do you think so?
At a time like this.
None of them will say what they're really thinking.
I think Mrs. Tate's intervention is best forgotten.
That's easy. She's a desperate woman who wanted my husband. You're like the rest of them. You wonder if there's any truth in what she said.
No. I hardly know anyone.
But I know David better than all of them. He wouldn't leave me. He just wouldn't. And because I am sure of his love, I don't really need anybody else.
We all need other people.
Excuse me, I better see to my guests.
Exactly right, ladies. I thought you'd have gone back to Kathy's.
Couldn't face it. Me and Vic had words.
And?
Well, that was it. Didn't get much further.
Go on, tell me.
Well, I told him we needed to talk for the sake of the kids, and he reckoned it was guilt making me ask.
So you didn't decide anything?
Can't just leave them in limbo.
It's not just about them. I'd like to know where I stand.
She's asking for it.
Not off you, she ain't.
She's on the pull.
How do you know?
Why else would she be sitting in here on a jack, eh? Oh, she's being coy. Where you going? For another drink?
We'll get us one then.
You thought I was going to ask her out, didn't you?
No.
Good, because I am after I've had another one.
I'm coming with you then.
Why?
Because if anyone's going to ask her out, it's me.
I just felt like I was intruding. Everything I said to Kathy seemed like a platitude.
Well, we're all reduced to that in these situations.
And then my stepmother turned the whole thing into a gross fiasco. There's another casualty.
Oh, I'm sure Frank didn't mean it when he dismissed her.
I better see if she's all right.
How can one person ruin so many lives?
Well, she's got all the money she needs. What else has she got to do with her time?
Oh, she made a big mistake trying it on with us. Today of all days.
She had to. She couldn't help us then.
You're not speaking up for her.
She had to do something public. Your David had married Kathy. He'd made a part of your family. And for all Kim tried, there were naught she could do to stop it happening.
It still sounds like you're making excuses for her, and there is no excuse for what she's done.
No, she showed us an up. And for what? We all came away with one another. Who's she got?
The baby.
You could have lied.
Things would have just got worse.
What? Than this?
All right, maybe if I had told Frank and Kathy when I first found out about Kim and Dave, it wouldn't have come to this.
Bit late now.
Look, do you know what it's been like for me not being able to talk to anybody? Watching my best mate throw his life away.
Don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. For those of you that wish to participate, the bar is now open.
You don't change, do you, Eric?
What?
Trying to make a profit out of an occasion like this.
I thought people might like a change from stewed tea and cooking sherry.
You thought you might make a quick buck, you mean?
That's very unfair on Mr. Pollard.
Thank you.
Well, the drinks are on the house, though, aren't they, Eric? And I'm offering my services for free. So, what's everyone having?
Whose ale is it?
It's the finest bottled lager you can get, Seth.
It'll have to do. Give me a couple to make a pint.
I never forgive you for this.
I know people think that nannies are supposed to pretend not to know what's going on. As long as the child's happy, then so's everyone else. But you can't care for a baby without becoming attached.
Well, I suppose it's inevitable doing your job.
It's not an occupational hazard. It's why I do it. I care for James. He's a person. When I hold James and they start rowing, his little body shakes. He knows Zoe. How can I walk away?
Well, that's queer, you bitch. I really thought you'd done the decent thing when you left.
You know all about decency.
We could have kept to our deal. You would have been set up for life then.
What kind of life?
It's whatever you want to make of it.
Oh, thank you, Oprah Winfrey.
Why don't you just get out?
May I remind you of something? You're just a lodger here.
You what?
You're only here because your wife can't stand you. Can't imagine why. Well, your father might have taken you in out of pity.
Can't you ever leave it? Didn't you reflect for a minute while you were away? Before you went to the funeral, didn't you think of all the damage that you'd do? Then you come straight back here and start again.
I went to that funeral to mourn. But all those hypocrites weren't just denying me that right. They were denying David. He loved me.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're denying me my home. Well, I'm not taking it. I won't have anybody walk all over me.
What the hell was that? What's going on?
Do you want some? Call the police.
No. Go home, Roy.
How about you? Do you want some and all? You're the one. You killed him.
Somebody had an accident.
Roy Glover will if he shows his face for work today.
The lucky half turned in. Like some of that special lager of Pollard's, it's like jet oil.
So we can't expect your usual dynamic performance?
Did he do that then, Roy?
Maniac. He's got a destructive streak like his brother.
Is Kathy all right?
I don't think it's hit her yet.
Has Roy Glover turned up today?
Oh, don't worry. I'll have his cards marked for him.
Hey, you can't sack him.
Watch me. He's lucky we didn't call the police.
Have you no idea what that lad must be going through?
If you see him, tell him to come to the office.
Like heck I will.
I said, send him to the office.
If he goes down that road, I'll go with him. And a few more.
Really? Have you seen the unemployment rate round here?
As far as I'm concerned, it's 1. You'd be signing on if it weren't for your father.
Right. You're out too.
Leave it, Chris. Go and get some work done, Seth.
What about the lad?
I think the Glovers have got enough on their plate.
What's your position here now?
Same as yours.
I'm Kathy's mother.
And I'm a friend.
You were supposed to be David's friend. It's not taking you long to step into his shoes.
I couldn't do that.
You're going to try, though.
You're not going to believe me, whatever I say, are you?
Look, I'm sorry, Sean. I just can't see her or Alice hurt anymore.
I know.
Since I moved away, I feel so helpless. I mean, look what's happened to Nick. And now this.
Oh, they're both adults, Mrs. Bates.
They're still my children.
What time's your train, Mum?
Oh, I've got loads of time, love.
Thanks for clearing up.
Was Alice okay getting back to school?
Yeah, she couldn't wait. I think she's had her fill of gloomy grown-ups.
Kathy, don't you think she'd be better coming back with me?
He's dead sexy, isn't he? He is, isn't he? Mr. Bainbridge. Dead sexy. How would you know? He fancies all the girls, you know. You're out of your tree, you are. You can tell by the way he looks at him. I haven't noticed. Liar. Everyone knows you fancy him. Oh, grow up. You're always hanging around him. He gives me a lift in, all right? Yeah, well, if you're trying to get good marks in the continuous assessment, you've no chance. They'll probably give you minus points for being a cockney dork. Kelly!
Kelly, Lynn, break it up! Back! Everybody stand back, now!
She's ruined my blouse.
Alice always enjoys coming to Scarborough.
That's a holiday, Mum. She's staying here with me.
I'm sure all this upset can't be good for her.
David died in an accident. That's something we all have to live with. Unless you're blaming me for it in some way.
Of course I'm not. How could you think that?
Because you've made it obvious that you don't think I'm capable of looking after Alice.
Kathy, I'm just trying to help, that's all.
I'll be here to help out, Mrs. Bates.
No, you won't. Look, I appreciate you both coming over. I don't think I could have got through last week.
Look, I'll stay as long as it takes.
No, you can go today with Mum. Please, it's what I want.
Now, what was all that about?
Why don't you ask her, seeing as you're such good friends?
Look, I have no friends or favourites. I just expect senior girls to behave with a little more maturity.
Well, I'm going to sue her if this blouse is stained.
Go to the changing rooms and soak it.
I can't go around with no blouse on.
Then borrow some gym kit. You better go and get ready for your next class.
This is me, Kelly.
So?
Why did you just speak to me like that?
Because I'm a teacher and you're a pupil.
You can't just switch on and off like that.
We have to.
So that makes it all right for you to talk to me like first year then?
If you behave like one, yes.
Are you sure this is what you want?
I know it's the right thing. Look, I can't be a professional widow surrounded by people feeling sorry for me.
I know that, but it's going to take time.
I've got to do it my way. I'll be all right, Mum.
Just remember I'm only an hour away. Bye, love.
Thanks, Sean. I know it wasn't easy for you to come back.
Just take care.
I really am going to be all right, you know. I'm not going to be alone. As long as Alice needs me, what more reason do I need to carry on?
Okay.
I really can't forgive her for what she did to Cassie and the Glovers at the funeral.
Come off it. You're not thinking about them, it's you. Your ego's taken a battering and you don't like it.
Yes, well, not many people would. You weren't exactly thrilled when your fly-by-night Susie had a flea. And that was just for a night. Imagine what it was like for me going on for months and being the last one to find out.
Yes, but there's one big difference in the equation now. You and Kim are not the most important factors. He is.
James will get the best. Don't you worry about that.
Will he? He's scared of you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'd never hurt James. Even she wouldn't.
He needs to be surrounded by love.
With all due respect, love, I think I have a little more experience of being a parent.
And there's no love here.
You don't doubt that I love James?
I don't know whether it's James or whether it's the idea of having a son. I do know that he's going to be taking notice soon and won't know where he stands. The two people he needs to love him hate each other. And he's not going to get it from a succession of nannies when each one's sacked for not playing your little games.
Oh, I see. Sophie's been giving you a little sob story, has she?
It'll all blow over.
Tell you the truth, Seth, I'm not really bothered if it don't.
You ought to get stuck into some work, you'll feel better.
Could I have a word, Roy?
No.
He's upset.
Why don't you just get out of my life, you old bag?
Could you leave us for a while, Seth?
I'll not go far.
I think you and I should talk.
All right. I'll reinstate her if that's what's bugging you.
Yes, it's a start.
She's not a bad girl. She'll be all right now that she's had the gypsy's warning.
It's not her that needs the warning, it's you. I don't know you.
Look, do I get involved with your affairs?
Oh, and what do you mean by that?
How many parents would have gone along with your lifestyle? I respected you, and I think I'm entitled to the same.
Will you just listen for a change? If you and Kim don't get your acts together and start to put James first, then it's not just a son you'll lose. Because I will not stand by and watch you be cruel to my baby brother.
You must really hate me, doing that to my car.
What does a car matter, Kim? It's you. Of course I hate you. Everyone does.
And you've more reason than most. That's how you see it, isn't it?
No, it's not how I say it at all, Kim. It's just how it is. You killed my brother.
He was killed in an accident.
Because of you!
I know. Go on, you might as well find Seth. Go on.
You think you can wrap me around your little finger, don't you? Just like you did with our Dave. Only he fell for it. Nah, not me. You're just wasting your breath. See, I can see what you're like, Kim, even if he couldn't.
No one knows what I'm like, now that he's gone. I thought you might understand how David and I could be in love.
Can we have a lift, Mr. Bainbridge?
Sorry, another time. I've got an appointment.
What? Taking Keller Windsor to see a shrink. What are you waiting for?
I'll just let them leave the building first. This isn't working, is it? It's obvious we can't carry on like this.
Are you finishing with me?
No, I just...
Sounds like it.
Look, suppose I was having an affair with a member of staff.
Which one?
No, I'm not. What I mean is, if I were, I'd have to be discreet about it. I couldn't be seen with her all the time. It's even more important with us, for both of us. We'll have to cool off. You can come in on the bus.
You're blaming me because of that cow.
No, I'm not saying you didn't like him. No, I suppose you must have done. Well, this is what you loved. You should have took a look at yourself with all your fancy clothes and flash cars and that.
I thought this was all that mattered. I was wrong. David taught me that. But we realised that it wasn't too late. We still had a chance.
Of course it was. You were married to Kathy, wasn't it? How'd you feel for her?
It was him who decided to leave her.
You're lying, Kim. Wait. Where are you going to go off with?
And his baby.
I can't take any more of this, Kim. You're not lying to me, are you? I don't know, I just feel so mad inside and everything. I just don't know who I want to be mad at, Kim.
I don't blame you for being mad at me. I'm no innocent. I've been selfish, ruthless. But when it came to me and him, knowing we were that close to something wonderful, but we've paid.
I used to be jealous of that kid, you know. Even you.
You said he was my toy boy.
No, I didn't.
He told me.
Maybe I did, but I told him we were a lucky swine and all.
Thanks, Roy. He'd be really proud of you.